A massive flash flood tore through parts of Nepal, and now there's hundreds of people missing. As of the latest reports, about 150 people passed away because of this tragedy. And like I said, there's hundreds of people that are still unaccounted for. And this is shattering my heart. These are people's mothers, fathers, children. Oh my gosh, my heart is going out to anybody who has family there and anybody who is struggling through this travesty. Families expected to go to sleep and wake up and continue with their regular lives, and this storm just came out of nowhere. There was no rain, no warning. What makes this disaster just terrifying is just how quickly it happened. This wasn't just some sort of slow building situation. This just happened literally in a second, in a flash. A massive amount of ice and rock came crashing down from the Himalayan region, sending enormous amounts of water and debris through the water system. The destruction was so powerful that it just wiped away whole buildings and people and bridges in one swoop.
This is not a scene from a horror movie. It's a scene from Nepal and Tibet. I've never seen something like this. Devastating floods have left hundreds of people missing, including several Americans on the border of Nepal and Tibet. What you're about to see is straight out of an apocalypse. Flash flooding takes over what is a border crossing. It's about to happen. You see people literally running for their lives. This is something that you see out of 2012, out of a movie where the world is ending. That is all water, rushing water, taking over this border crossing. A river overflowed, and here we are. My prayers go out to those on the border crossing in Nepal and Tibet, and you see the rushing water. It just continues and continues and continues. It's absolutely horrific. Hundreds of people missing. At least 3 Americans are missing, according to NBC News. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. At least not in real life. Crazy.
Oh my god. Oh boy. Lama. Oh my god, Bharu. Bharu, get out, Bharu.
Beautiful day. We flew off from the capital, Kathmandu, and 15 minutes later, we were 5 minutes off of the landing place. So as we were flying off above the river, we could see some dust far away, And I was flying with another captain, Captain Subhas. So he pointed out and he asked me if it was a landslide. And as we looked over there, we could see the dust like flying off from the river. And on closer look, we noticed it was a flash flood. So we tried to contact the authorities as soon as possible, but we were inside a gorge, inside a valley, and inside valleys, communication is really hard with the ATC. So we couldn't get in exact contact on that moment. So we went for a recce around the places there. A lot of villages we knew previously swept away. We could see the vehicles that were imported from China, those were being swept away. And the whole scenario, it was horrendous. It was uncanny, anything like you've ever seen before.
Currently, rescue crews are out looking for people, but there is so much mud and debris that's packed up that they are not able to find everyone. And that's the part that's really breaking my heart. Hundreds of families don't know where their people are at this moment. But there's another part of the story that I feel like we really, really need to talk about. And that is the environment around the world. Nepal sits in the Himalayas, and the Himalayas are giving us a warning. When you have warmer climate, you just don't have hotter summers. And now ice is becoming way too unstable. Now we're seeing mountains and frozen landscapes be completely reshaped in terms of global warming. And these landscapes have been in place for many generations. Now scientists are looking at this catastrophe as a possibility of a sign that we may have triggered a chain reaction in major flooding. And the Himalayas is the most important water source on Earth. Millions, actually billions, depend on it, especially across Asia. Because at this point, we're seeing major disaster after major disaster. It's getting really crazy. And this is terrifying me because it feels like Earth is almost ejecting us, telling us that it's time for us to go. We need to stop treating this as isolated events. They're all interconnected in showing us that the climate is changing in ways that we're not expecting. On top of this, we're seeing major water crises happen all around the world, especially with the Colorado River. But clearly, our infrastructure around the world is not ready to handle these extremes and these changes within our weather. A lot of these disasters are starting to happen without any warning. We saw it with Gary, Indiana. We saw it with Puerto Rico. We're seeing it all over the world. This isn't just any old headline. This is a warning, a clear warning. If the planet keeps warming up and we keep having our conditions shift the way that it is, there's going to be crazy conditions for us in the future. And understand, every technological advancement that we've made can completely be wiped out in minutes due to nature. Okay, Mother Nature comes to collect. And the people who suffer the most are the people who are unable to recover quickly, or in places with weak infrastructure in terms of buildings and also their government. So while we're sitting here watching these videos and these clips online, we really need to take heed in regards to what's going on around us. We're entering a world where the conditions that we knew before are changing drastically. But again, I am sending my prayers to anybody who is in Nepal, anybody who has family there. My condolences if you have lost anyone through this tragedy, and I will talk to you in the next one, guys.